Good afternoon and welcome to Weekly Word. My name is Hallock and I am the owner and operator of PSYCH-K Project, as you all know. I also am a certified consulting hypnotist and a PSYCH-K facilitator. So we are finishing our 4-part series. It is on the art of receiving. So in the last 3 weeks, we have come up with our first being mindful. So that was our first goal and project, was to become mindful of where we are concerning receiving and giving, and if that's in balance or not. Just being cognizant of that. Then from there, we looked into the sources of any imbalances or maladjusted coping mechanisms that we have. And then the third week, we did solutions. So we talked about reframing those maladjusted ideas and or imbalances where we're taking or giving a little bit too much. And now, this exciting part, this is always my favorite part, I get a little bit of guff for my idealism. But I think that, a cornerstone of my person and my belief structure is that there are always more solutions than there are problems. And I say that with absolute conviction, and that is my passion and goal in life, is to come up with those creative solutions. It really is about becoming creative, though. So we get to talk about our last thing. It's going to be what we see in the future, now that we know what we deal with as far as receiving is concerned, where those things are, what we need to do in order to rectify those things and make them come into balance. Now we get to talk about success. So our last part is success and what we want to visualize for our future now that we have everything more in a balanced state as far as our ebb and flow of giving. So I am super excited about that, and I actually want to share a story. One of my clients that we were working with, her building a business, and she ended up doing a TV promo and is like well on her way to establishing this grand amount of clientele, and I'm just like so proud. That's the best part of doing what I do on a daily basis, is to hear the success stories. I'm always committed to really just getting in there and getting my hands dirty and willing to do whatever I can to help my clients to get to where they want to be. And so when I get those success stories, and don't hold any back, send them. You can post them below the YouTube station, on our Facebook, our Instagram, our Twitter, any of those accounts, all under Stitch Head and Heart Project and or Haley Hallock. So you can search either of those. But I love to hear the success stories. It's like my soul food. So I was super proud to hear that. And some of my own personal goals have been coming into fruition as well, as far as the art of receiving and being willing to take and not just be the giver. So those little successes that I've had in my own personal life have been absolutely fantastic. So I'm constantly learning as well. But there isn't much that you have to do now that you have all the tools from the last 3 weeks. All I want to know is what you're going to do different. What are your success stories? What are you planning on visualizing? One of the things that I did want to know and bring to your attention is here in the office in Cave Creek, we do, with the PSYCH-K balances and the visualization as to like what you want in the future, I also come up with a pragmatic kind of, how to, just as an FYI, I think that yes, you can visualize, but you also have to have some realism and figure out how to get those things done. And like I said, totally committed to helping in that regard. But one of the techniques that's used is a visualization process, and then an auditory process, and then a kinesthetic. So it employs each of those sensory systems in order to visualize, hear, and feel exactly what it is that you want to manifest. So when it comes to the art of receiving, what do you want to see? What do you want to see come your way? What are you willing to take in, cherish, and be a good steward of? What are you willing to give out, when you are a good steward? I really believe that if we have expectations for good things in our lives, if we have expectations that we will be successful parents, that we will be successful partners, that we will be successful business owners or tradespeople or whatever you're in as far as your career is concerned, if we have the expectation of success, that mindset in and of itself is enough to help us to be successful. We are oftentimes attracted to the people that are smiling, that are engaging, that have that kind of swagger about them, that they're like, I'm happy, I'm confident, I'm successful. So I want to encourage you guys to walk with your heads high, know that there are some more solutions than there are obstacles and problems in the world, and that a challenge is just simply a opportunity to be successful. So I want you to get out there and do the things that scare you on a daily basis. I want you to get out there and receive. You deserve it. You've worked hard, and be a good steward of what you do receive and give that right back out, because we are all a part of this game and we are all in it together. And so that is it. Unless you have any other questions concerning the last 4-part series, The Art of Receiving, Mindfulness, Sources, Solutions, Success, you can post them below. But unless you have any other questions, I think we're going to sign off for today, and then we are going to think up what we're going to do for another 4-part series. So I'm wishing you all the blessings in the world, and thank you for watching, and we will see you next week.